watching experience of Baby at Star Gold that is still vivid in my memory. The essence of espionage thrillers. From here, I first met with the Neeraj Pandey's works. There had very few to create such movies with a sensible manner. Then the Wednesday, Special 26, and especially Special Ops. All were just pitch perfect in this genre. I only knew him when it comes for any espionage thrillers in Bollywood. But his sudden downgrade in terms of presentation through his last few works just breaks my heart as a fan. 2022's KHAKEE the Bihar chapter was the literal gold mine. The rootedness with the culture to portray it, the internal politics, the nexuses all were showcased from both the views of the antagonist and protagonists in a sequential way. And then the announcement of the next season of KHAKEE with the most celebrated individuals from Tollywood in the platform like Netflix just ignites the euphoria among the audiences. In an unlawful situation in Kolkata, IPS Shaptarshi Sinha, played by Parambrata Chatterjee, transferred here and killed by the gang members of Bagha. While Bagha becomes underground, the ruling party appoints IPS Arjun Maitra, played by Jeet, to crack down Bagha, forms the basic narrative of Neeraj Pandey created, Devatma Mondal and Tushar Kanti Roy directed Netflix show KHAKEE the Bengal Chapter literally blew my mind. This can be a long video, so bear it with me till the end. One of the finest parts of it is its world building. The way the makers have created this 90s Bengal along with the cultural details, the normal household parts were truly outstanding. They treated the city as a character here, where it reflects the ongoing incidents in it. The details they put in the police operations and how they communicate with each other throughout any process and how the internal turmoil was being considered then were showcased beautifully. The individual life of managing such a reputable job along with the personal relations and the in and out behaviors all were considered and portrayed here amazingly. The darkest games of politics have been explored here, which was disturbing yet graceful and the main charm of the show. The curbing nature of the hierarchy towards the subordinates for their own benefits and throwing them away in the end was obnoxious but exists. Dialogues were one of the main pillars of this show, written in a very simple way, but the choice of words in some places made them more graceful. Some of it we heard in the teaser trailer, and the level was maintained and balanced throughout the duration. Maintaining the tonality of it, they blend the humor quotient brilliantly. I don't know how to describe or elaborate on this part now, but the most fine part of it was its cast. My god, every single actor was at their truest best here. IPS Arjun Mitra, played by Jeet, puts so much depth in his character. The kinds of situation this character goes through, the ups and downs, but firstly the writing and secondly the performance of Jeet convinced us that he is unbeaten. After so long, I was seeing him in such a character where his efforts matched with the writing so well. Prosenjit Chatterjee as Barun Roy was the force to be reckoned with, an unprecedented politician who can just change the game and get situations into his favor. He played such a grey character in a perfect manner. Man, I really want to see him in this kind of stature. He literally killed it. Shashwata Chatterjee as Bagha or Shankar Barua. This man can fit into any role, no matter what it is, and puts the heart and soul into it. A devil-like leader who's absolutely unbothered about the power of others. Ritik Bhaumik as Shagor Talukdar. The transformation in this character in the episodic way was the pure cinema moment. A sweet boy from Bandish Bandits to a ruthless gangster, this man has the charm to pull it off. The cold-minded persona's breakdown was worth watching. Adil Zafar as Ranjit Thakur, a complete maniac who only goes for the words, created mishap one after another and pushed the limit. At one point, this character seems literally annoying. His presentation makes him more disgusting in the end. And I think this is his win as an actor. The camaraderie between Ranjit and Sagar was like water and fire, and they were both together formed a complete evil. This young talent deserves more opportunities further. The incidents this was focusing on were true in some sense. Most of the incidents were the parallels, which was disturbing. This showcased the darkest history of Bengal in a very rooted and real way. This story demands rawness while framing, and the makers replicate it in an outstanding way. The makers have never compromised the quality while showing the grandeur of this world. The intro song was designed for the previous season of KHAKEE, which was an interesting take but executed perfectly. It's great to see Neeraj Pandey in his quality business again. Probably the finest piece that he designed with this series in his filmography. And I can say this, when I make the video on top lists of the 2025 series in India, then KHAKEE the Bengal chapter will definitely be on my list. What's your opinion on this if you have watched it? You can follow me on Instagram where I put movie related recommendations on POV97644. Thank you so much for watching. See you at the point of view.